is up, Brassonians? It's another beautimous, freezing cold Friday night, and Jason and I are on our last match. It's a little sad times. Um, so we built a bunch of standard decks that were tribally or archetypal in nature, and we just kind of played them to see how it would go. Uh, Hopefully you've been enjoying this series, kind of a different take from our Brawl series. Holy crap, Jason's already ready to go. I was over here stalling for time. Oh, headphones. Whoa. Unmute Jason. Oh, mute, unmute, mute. Jason, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I went with the
Hey,
quick
guess
and
what? I have
dirty.
too many decks. Give me 1 second.
How do you have too many decks?
I have 75 decks. It's too many decks.
How?
I never delete decks.
Well, you should.
Yeah, but sometimes I play them in historic, especially when I'm low level, or it's like a deck I really enjoy playing. Um, boop. So this was the one I enjoyed playing the most, so we'll see if it does well or if it's just garbage, but...
Well, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, does it play well or is
We're,
it just garbage?
well, realistically, like, even some of the decks that are near tier, I want to just have fun.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're over here like, it's time for everyone's favorite game, good or garbage!
Speaking of garbage, for our next one, we're doing the crap rare.
Yeah, oh, I think I totally forgot to put that out there, because Katie's bad at membering. Okay, I'll do that.
Katie's bad at membering.
Yeah, Katie's bad
That's
at
fair.
membering most things. Not on purpose. It just happens that way.
That's
Booters.
fair.
Like at posting videos. Katie's real bad at remembering to do that.
Yeah, that one I'm aware of.
Yeah. And it's not
Oh, this one might
intentional.
have been too slow.
Bats, I can't let you get down because then you're a pain in the dick.
Poison.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Um,
Oh, fuck you, deck.
take some of that.
Yep, I thought you might. Oh, you're with first strike, don't you? Oh god, RTFC.
I do. That's why I'll take some of that.
Booters. You're really causing a problem in my game. Yeah. Grumbleina. Ow, ow.
Oh, why did I do that? I'm supposed to attack first.
Okay.
Hey.
Deck is being stupid. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, it's not. I still gotta do that though. Which is not that helpful.
I mean, it draws me a card every turn.
Hmm. Which is less preferable, especially when you play your second Edgar right here.
I have to find my second Edgar.
Oh.
So,
So negative? Okay.
so let's go find my second Edgar. I failed.
Would really like a land off the top. Stop throat punching me.
I feel like I don't want you to find that land off the top.
You don't. But I think you're still good. I think I'm a turn too late.
Oh. I mean, you're going to gain all that life.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough. Oh, I guess Edgar doesn't flip, so I get one more turn. Okay. Woof. You got one more? Ah.
Huh?
I said you got one more, but you don't.
I don't.
Well, I am the dead. So, boop. Boop.
I was going to say, I mean, like, I could have had and possibly could have found it. I didn't want to find it.
Yeah, you could have gone digging, I guess.
Because if you blood on the snow right there, and I went digging for it and missed, I could be in a bad way.
Oh, that's right, I lost. I'm like, it's letting me pick again? It's like, oh yeah, you lost, Katie.
Yeah, I was mean.
Uh, is my deck having a Jason night? Is that what's happening?
Tell your deck to stop.
I know, let me have land, deck.
Got a fin, though.
Yep. Only need 2 land for that.
You leave her alone.
Can't do it. Looters. Oh, Bats, your breath is really bad. Oh, noes.
As I say, you say that, but I feel like I might be hurting here.
No. You got a lot of card draw.
I have need for those bloods. And sacrificing them is not going to solve the need.
I'm gonna try to leave myself some cushion. You have big hand. I don't have big hand.
I have painful mana. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm less okay with that.
It's fine.
Woohoo!
Uh-ohs. No swings?
No. No. You know, that's really kind of annoying.
That you can kill the one, but I just get another one?
Yep.
Yeah.
No matter how I kill the one, you just get another one.
Yeah, whether it's a favorable trade for you or not, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's only my turn, though. Yeah, it's only my end step.
All right. Hoski. Hoski.
Toski. Woof. I would like my non-bow meat hook massacre, please. I would like to draw something that's not a land, please.
That's fair. Let's see. That's going to kill you.
Oh, you can kill me. We'll just play a third game.
I mean, we're gonna play a third game anyway.
Yeah. I just want my deck to do what it does one time. And then I'll be like, okay.
I had another vampire socialite in my hand.
It was like land, 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 and I was like, well, you may as well start playing the land, because if you do get a meat hook massacre, you're going to have to kill some pretty big dudes, so start playing it. And then it was just land, like, ah!
Well, that's why I played the extra socialite. I was just like, yeah, let's get
Yeah, out of range.
Edgar out of range. I don't really want to lose both caskets. Edgar's a nice feel when you got two running and they don't have an answer.
Alright, y'all, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. This is the game where Wizards goes, I'm sorry, fam. Let me help you
Is
out
it,
here. No, Wizards never goes, I'm sorry, fam, about anything. Ouch.
Scavenger, Nighthawk. Or Nighthawk Scavenger, you know.
That guy.
Words are hard.
The guy with the stuff and the things.
The guy with the stuff and the things.
Yep.
Hey now.
You're an all-star?
That wasn't very nice. Card's really good.
I do really enjoy that card.
Excuse me, I had plans for that card.
Yeah, no me gusta.
Oh, god damn it.
Troubles? Bats, I would love to let you be free on the floor, but if I do that, then you will bark. And I can't have that. That's a lot of dudes. I don't like the number of dudes that is happening.
Ugh, I had plans.
I mean, you don't have to block. I still died on the swingback.
Yeah, but I just didn't need any tricks.
Sorry, Batman is being a butthead. There. Oh, that's the one I paid for. I was like, why is that one untapped?
Yeah. I mean, I was dead either way. I actually had to block, otherwise I don't kill you on the swing back.
You had the 2-1 in the plus the 2 on the ground, plus the 3-2. Oh yeah, I guess I blocked the 3-2 and you still...
Well, I also wouldn't have had the
Are you so close and yet so far?
Well, I was hoping to find the 1/1 that hit the Valerian Epicure to just kill you.
Oh, to just do it? Yeah. I mean, you can throw... Oh, is this the Treyjar? No.
No.
That's a goofy looking blood.
Yep.
Oh, good, a land. I was really hoping I would draw another land.
I think you should just attack with 2 of them.
I think if I don't win one game, I will be really pouty.
But if you only attack with... Not that one. I don't care about that one. I want that one. No.
Oh, the goofy one? Yeah, why does it... You're definitely highlighting the right one, and then it's just changing it to the other one, I think.
Yeah.
Rude.
Oh, I suppose you could have actually attacked with 3 of them, and that'd have been okay.
Yeah, because then they would have dropped down from you
Yeah.
doing the thing and the whatnot.
Although my game just froze.
Mine's thinking about it.
Mine's thinking about it too. Oh, nope, that's a hard crash.
Oof.
Because last time that popped up and I hit close program, it was like, no. We're good. Alright, I'm getting back in. Let's see if it makes me go back into the game right away.
Shall message you. Paste.
Nope.
Enter.
Oh, I suppose I need to get my my deck.
Eventually.
Export. Now we go in here.
Booters. Why are you being a pain in my butt? I've been
This deck
playing...
was so much stronger back when we had, other cards.
I've been playing the crap out of your black-white vampire cleric deck.
Yeah?
Yeah, in standard. It's been going pretty well. Until today. Today, it was like, no. What do you have? Do you have mine open?
I have yours open.
Okay, I will switch to that. Bats! You sound like Daffy Duck on a bad day. Jeez.
So I own everything but your basics and 1 skeletal swarming and 1 nighthawk scavenger.
Well, there you go. So on the last game there, I guess people could kind of see what the hell was going on. I like this deck because you have a couple of win cons. You can, get there with flying, with scavenger, picking stuff off and just kind of do it. You can do it the Finn way, or you can just have a bunch of big-ass tramply skeletons. So...
I feel like this is just a big-ass tramply skeleton deck.
Yeah, mostly it's a big-ass tramply skeleton.
that Finn may or may not help if you get Binding of the Old Gods or Seraph in play.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously Seraph solves that, because then you just never have to swing with Finn again. So either they have a board wipe, or you just sit back and win the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I screwed up on my block because I was just like, oh, I don't want to kill a creature. I don't want to give you 2. You'd already killed the creature. I should have went with that first block. Because you were getting 2 anyway.
Yeah, may as well take 1 less. Yeah. Or deny me,
Yeah.
letting them be even bigger. Yeah. So yeah, this deck did... The first day I built it, which I think Arena does to build you boost your confidence or whatever. Like, the day I built it, I went, 13 out of 15. I was like, I'm having a great time. But after that, it went less good, but it's still a lot of fun to play. Um,
So I actually don't think that that's so much a thing, especially since like both you and I tend to build rogue decks. People don't know what to expect. That's why rogue decks do well even in like big tournaments. People don't know how to play against them. Once you start, you know, if you went 13 out of 15, word about this little death touch skeletal swarming deck starts to, you know, just meander its way through the grapevine, and then it's okay, yeah, I know how to play against that and stuff like that. Because I
yeah.
remember the first time we built that Fin deck, like me and you built it, I played the hell out of it.
Oh,
Like
yeah, we were
3 days later,
destroying people with that deck. Yeah.
and then 3 days later, I'm playing mirror matches.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Oh,
non-stop mirror matches.
so like, I'm sure we hit somebody who knew somebody and was just like, "Hey, check out this deck that crushed my soul. It's built around Finn." And like, I'm sure somebody higher up was just like, you know, one of the better players, air quotes, was just like, "Finn, that's not going to be a good deck." And then like, oh, this deck is actually fairly good.
Yeah, especially when we had Hooded Blightfang, it was like so good when we had Hooded
Hooded
Blightfang.
Blight Fang, plus we had Questing Beast, and like there was so much in that deck that was just solid cards with a couple of less than ideal, but still good in their own right, like
Yeah.
Finn.
Well, that's what I do love about playing this deck. There's a lot of times where, you know, you put down Finn and they like, you know, oh, kill it right away, and you're like, and I'm just like, okay, because for this deck, it's like that's fine. I just want to murder you with skeletons. So Finn in this deck is almost like a red herring, where people are like, you know, kill it with fire. And I'm like, yeah, don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, you lied to me.
I did.
Yes, you told me this was a Finn deck. This is not a Finn deck. This is a deck with Finn in it.
This is a skeletal swarming deck, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Well, I said it was death touchy, and that is kind of that is my ideal way to win. Basically, is like the Finn skeleton Seraph route, basically. But I could
But
definitely see it being more of a skeleton deck.
when I Infernal grasped Finn in game 2 or game 3, I didn't need to. I could have actually taken another hit and then just killed him in a trade later, you know.
Yeah, just held out.
Yeah. Like I could have taken a couple of hits from him before it was all right, this needs to go away. But by then I would have had enough blockers and stuff like that that it wasn't going to matter.
I again have no idea why I was so land flooded, like so flooded. It's because I don't think 24 is too many, but holy crap.
Uh, I think you could have went 23, 22, nothing less than 22. Because you do have 16 cards that cost 4 or greater.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of 4 drops. So I was like, oh,
Well, not
I
I
have
mean, not really, because you've got what is it, 16, 20 less. Well, Meat Hook, I suppose, is actually 5 or greater.
yeah, it's a bigger spell, or you want it to be a bigger spell anyway.
Yeah.
Vorpal Sword, I don't think I've ever. Maybe I won one game that way, but I think I was going to win the game anyway, so like Vorpal Sword didn't fix anything for me. But it is fun to shove on a Toski. Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
I love shoving Vorpal Sword on Toskies because I'm just like, Toski? Uh huh. Vorpal Sword? Uh
yeah.
uh
It's like,
Now your 3/1 Death Touch Indestructible is a lot scarier.
yeah, and you're drawing a card, and yeah, it's like, oof. Toski
Your one
on.
one, your 1/1's irrelevant. Now your 3/1 Indestructible or Death Touch is kind of relevant because it's not just to throw whatever you want in front of it.
Mm-hmm. And it's Toski's great with skeletal swarming. We've obviously played that combo before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just so good. Um, and then same with like Death Priest. Like, oh, okay, You blocked one, great. Now I have two. They're bigger. I pay one and I
I'll
get
pay the
another
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like so it gets dumb, especially since Death Priest is obviously not legendary. So you
Yeah.
just start getting 3/3
I've
skeletons.
I've I've played her like I've built a skeletal swarming deck with her in it for standard, and if I found more than one death priest, I found zero skeletal swarmings.
That's interesting. I wonder if that's algorithmy. I suspect all kinds of algorithmy BS on this kind of stuff.
I've also never seen more than one skeletal swarming at a time.
I have gotten multiple skeletal swarmings, and that is hysterical. I have done that. I had one game where I was holding all four. Now they were dead long before I played all four, but I did have all four.
I'm
Um,
pretty sure once you get two in play, it's oh
yeah,
oh this can get bad.
yeah. I was just like, woof. I think at one point they were like, wipe the board, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. It's just like I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, don't care.
Yeah, like I.
These come back and I don't have to do anything for them.
Yeah, it was like wipe the board. I get four. Go to you. It's just like,
But yeah, like like granted, I only have three skeletal swarmings, but I've never seen more than one skeletal swarming at a time, and if I've seen more than one death priest, I've never seen a skeletal swarming to go with it.
that's so goofy.
So like I've had games where not even in play because like they've had to die earlier before I found the skeletal swarming, and I was just like,
Oh,
oh, skeletal swarming off the top, and I can come back out of this and stuff like that. Never, I will never see it, and it's
um,
just like, but
th-
the death priests are dead. The relevancy of the combo is gone.
yeah. The only thing I would change, and I didn't have them, or I forgot they were in standard, or whatever, is Blood Chief's first. The Blood Chief's Thirst should be Hero's Downfall. Um,
That's fair.
and I think that's really the only thing that
Um,
I is like super obvious to me that should be changed. But
I don't know that I would.
oh, really?
I think
Because Hero's instant speed. Although if I'm going for like the quick death touch win, then I definitely want to just clear your onesie twosies for one and get over there, rather than
for three,
yeah, rather than kill other things. But I don't know.
it's I could see cutting a couple, or if you cut the two land, cut cut a thirst, put in three
Oh, that's a good point. I like that
heroes,
idea. Yeah,
heroes downfalls.
I like that.
Like if you cut a swamp, like I like the woodland chasms because you can get them with the binding, so you can cheat a black into play.
Yeah, yeah. Binding all day. I'm getting the woodlands if I have them, and that's why there's only two. I don't really want to run four.
Right, because you don't really want to draw them.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
if you
just want
need
to pick them
black,
out.
like I understand, like, and I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'd cut a swamp, cut a blood chief's thirst. Um,
Maybe even a grasp. Like boop boop boop, leave it at 23. Well, I guess I'd have to try it, right?
yeah,
Start
I could
there.
see. I could also see cutting a meat hook massacre or the vorpal sword.
Yeah, because the Vorpal Sword's definitely just there for cutes.
But I've played decks with three meat hook massacres, and I'm just like, oh look, all three are in my hand. Play one. What am I gonna do with these other two?
Yeah, these are gonna hang out. Uh,
Yeah, that was enough for me to come back and have, if not control, at least a good board state. The other two aren't doing anything.
I also thought about like a something for card draw. So I thought about maybe like a Sorin or something for card draw.
See that?
Yeah, but again, I don't really know what I'd cut necessarily. A Finn,
See,
but I don't know.
I could see actually throwing Soren not in the main but in the side
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. All right.
because in the right, like if you're already, if this deck's already beating the deck that you're playing against, you don't necessarily need the card draw. And if it's a deck that you're like kind of struggling with, that's where the card draw is gonna give you more value.
Yeah, it's like I'm just getting beat up. I just need a blocker and then to draw a bunch of stuff. Like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me switch to your deck. I don't know if y'all know this, but Jason likes vampires.
I do like vampires. More than werewolf. Actually, at one point in my life, I started watching um, foreign vampire movies
Oh, fun.
because I'd watched everything made in America, and like anything in English. I'd watched, England vampire movies, and that was like my early teens.
Did I ever give you Night Watch to watch? It's like a Russian, like vampire film.
No,
Oh, I love that movie. I will have to pass that to you. It was like one of the big at the time. It was like the biggest grossing like Russian movie in ages when it came out. But basically, there's it sounds hokier when I explain it this way. There's like a night watch and a day watch. So like the werewolves keep an eye on so and so during the night. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of it's a neat film. I'll have to pass it to you.
sounds
Anyway,
very underworldy.
yeah, and I think it was slightly before Underworld or around the same time as Underworld.
Could be.
Yeah, but there's like a chosen one. I mean, it's sci-fi fantasy horror, right? So there's always a little bit of the crossover with like there's a
Everything.
prophecy and there's a chosen one
Yeah.
and there's like
Yeah, yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But it was really it's enjoyable certainly for what it is. But all right, so
Hang on,
you
before we go into this deck, I watched the movie that had Amy Jo Johnson, who was the original Pink Ranger,
yeah,
and the way the sun killed the vampires in that movie, they had to spend the day in the sun.
jeez,
I was just like, all right, I get trying to make your own lore, but like that's one that's pretty much universally accepted.
yeah,
Like not being affected by garlic, things like that. I can get behind that one. Like that's okay, that's whatever. The sunlight killing them and crosses being bad, I get. And actually, the Dresden Files, which is the book series
oh
by
yeah,
Jim Butcher, um, his isn't a cross, it's faith,
oh that's
which
interesting.
also makes a lot more also makes a lot of sense because granted, by the story, Judas was the first vampire, but um, it's not the cross that hurts them. It's just faith in general. Otherwise, like Jewish people are just screwed.
Yeah,
Does
like
that
yeah,
make
just like whoopsies. Yeah. Oh, you're Hindi? Sucks to suck. Like
sucks to be you because
yeah.
I'm about to kill you. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like that's messed up. No, that makes a lot more sense.
and that's one where I'm like, all right, I absolutely can get behind that. Where does your faith lie? If you put faith in that symbol, that will protect you against most vampires.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so this deck and its wonderful sideboard of planeswalkers.
Yeah, Zerial's so good. Kaya's so good. Yeah.
I mean, well, and it's the 5-drop Kaya, so it's the protect this vampire. Oh, you killed it? Back in my hand.
Yeah. Or
I
I
actually
can't
played a
kill
game
that
where
enchantment. Now I can.
I've actually played this with, and I've put Kaya in. Let me tell you how good Blood Tithe Harvester is when it becomes a 1/1 spirit and goes back to your hand while it's killing something. Because it doesn't say if your opponent kills it; it just says if it dies.
True.
All right. Well, this is pretty straightforward. Um, Splash of White, the Welcoming Vampire, I actually got from somebody else. Because I originally built this deck and didn't have it in there. I was just like, if everything's working correctly, this isn't going to draw me anywhere near enough cards. And then someone's just like, but if you played on turn 3, there's a lot of cards with power too. Checks out.
Yeah, checks out for show.
Also, if this deck is running optimally, Welcoming Vampire doesn't draw you shit. Because then you've got Vampire Socialites in play, and you're not casting anything until second combat, so they come into play with 1/1 counters on it already, which means that only Vidalian Epicure is drawing you cards.
But it's a nice way to build back if there's some kind of crazy ass board wipe or something like that, and you're like, all right, cool. Well, Welcoming Vampire, boop, 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 and then get right back to scurry.
And I've done that. Like, Wrath, cool. Welcoming Vampire. Drop a bunch of vampires, drop a vampire, draw a card.
Yeah.
It's not drop a bunch, it's drop one. Draw one.
Oh, fair.
Because it's not outrageous and only lets you do it once a turn.
Yeah. It's not totally outrageous.
Angie is also absolutely ridiculous.
Redonkulous, right?
She's so good. And underrated. Like, it's a 4/5 for 4. Very good.
Yeah.
Comes in and makes a blood, which you've got 4 bloodcasters. Very good. First vampire every turn that comes into play creates a blood. Also, for 2 generic mana, you can sacrifice a blood or a creature to hit your opponent for 2 and gain 2 life.
Yeah. Are you stuck in a stalemate? Welcome to your way out.
I was actually stuck in a stalemate-ish where they were gaining life. And I was just like, if I can get Angie, we can stop it. Like, the stalemate goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had something like 13 or 14 blood tokens in play.
Well, that's the thing, too. Like, late game, when you're like, okay, I have 10 blood tokens, but I'm drawing a card, and maybe I want to play that card.
Once I get to, I think it was 7 or 8 mana, I was end of turn just rifling through, and anything that was land went away.
Yeah.
So, and then, when I got her, I was just like, okay, I'm going to let the stalemate go a little longer. I'm just going to build up my blood at this point. And so, nothing was really trading back and forth, but they were taking a little bit of damage, and they'd gain a bunch of life, and then they'd take a little bit of damage and gain a bunch of life. So, they were taking damage the whole time, and I was just like, I need to just get them down enough that a push of, 7 creatures that are all 4/4s is deadly.
Yeah. They have to do something about it.
Yeah. And then I think actually once I drew her, because she's the only one in the deck, I was just like, play all my land, play all my land, play all,
Yeah.
She's going to come down and just eat everything.
Yep. Oh, she's so good. She's so well statted. And, and a vampire, and, yeah. And I agree. I don't see her used much at all, really.
Even in red-black decks, she doesn't need to be in a vampire deck. Because it's just sacrifice any other creature.
Sure.
So, you don't need to make a bunch of blood for her to be good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it. Anything that you would change or that you didn't really care for? Everything seemed to run the way you wanted it to. Nothing's overly expensive, which is great. Edgar's great. Everybody knows Edgar's great.
Actually had people friend request me to bitch as to why you'd play Edgar. And I was like, because Edgar's really good.
Yeah.
I actually tried to fit a Olivia in here. Because with Olivia, if I bring back Edgar or Angie or Florian, those are all legendary vampires. So even if they kill Olivia, they stay.
Yeah.
But 6 mana for her, and like she's not well stated for her mana cost.
Right. No, I think keeping it at 4 is like so smart. Because you're going to be able to play everything. Like getting stunted, yeah, there's a whole 4 cards you can't play. Like not getting to 3 is highly unlikely. So
Which
you can
happens
just
a lot.
Deck's doing Jason things. But
Deck's doing Jason things. But even still, like, even with me stunted on 2, I definitely have given people a run for their money. Like, one guy I was playing against, I know had to be upset because he cast, I think, 3 of the epiphanies.
oh, okay.
Like, he cast 3 epiphanies to barely win
Yeah. It's like,
against
well,
me on 2 land.
yeah.
Like, that's got to feel pretty bad.
Oh, it's so funny that people message you to bitch. I haven't really had anybody message me to complain. Every once in a while, we'll get somebody who messages the shop. Um, usually, well, usually I'll be over here playing, and Shane will be watching me play, and I will be on full Joey level tilt. Like I will be so mad, and just feel like that dude is BMing me and just being such a jerk, and I'm so mad. And that's usually when they'll message the shop and be like, "Man, thanks for the really great game, and thanks for not being toxic. It was really nice playing against you. It was a good match or whatever." And I am on like full tilt, cursing them out.
This is the full toxic.
Yeah, I'm just over in my chair like, "Nah!" And Shane's like, "Oh, that guy who had that really good, control deck said GG or something." I'm like, GG. One guy
Oh,
like joined the Discord and was like really good friend of the shop. And his, I was like, wow.
I if I have 3 counter spells played against me, it doesn't matter where I'm at in the game. I quit.
Just done with it.
I'm not playing arena to play against control. Not
Yeah,
counter control. You want to control the board. You want to control my hand. I have no issues with any of that. If you're not letting me play the game, I'm not playing against you.
yeah. I depends on what deck I'm on, cause I'll play against some stuff that's like mono blue. What is it? The stupid Siren Storm Tamer attached curiosity. Now you never play a spell again, kind of thing. Sometimes I have enough stuff in my toolbox that it's like you're not going to be able to counter everything, my guy. But other times it's like, yeah, this is a mana heavy deck, and there
Yeah,
is
but I only
fuck
play
all I'm
standard.
gonna do. Yeah. Oh, that's
I
true.
only play standard. So like, I'm not about to play. Have a guy play a blue white land, and then play a blue land, and then counter a spell, and then play another blue land, and then counter another spell, and then play like a white land, and then like let a spell resolve. And they take like 3 and they don't care, and then they like let another spell resolve, and then they wipe the board, and then they counter the next spell. It's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. I'm not gonna spend 45 minutes of my life being mad to probably lose this game. Yeah. It's
Considering I'm not in a tournament, I'll play through that. This is supposed to be fun.
yeah,
Counter spells are not fun.
yeah. That's usually when I'm on tilt. When I'm on gold 3 and somebody's in like full blue white control, and I'm like, at gold 3, we're on when it's like the 20th of the month. What is happening? When I play against tier and it's like early in the month, I get it. You just fell down. But when it's like the end of the month and I'm in a garbage area and they're just raffle stomping me with tier decks, I get very angry.
I'm in bronze, full control. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, like what are you doing? Yeah, other than being a big old jerk, what are you doing?
Hoping you get lucky and they're not playing something so aggro that you can't even play the game.
Well, yeah, that's why I always play nonsense decks until I get to about platinum. Unless I'm on super tilt because I've been playing against nothing but tier for a while, then I'll. But yeah, like I play mostly historic, so I'm in there with like my shrine deck, like crap like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you're doing like FU shenanigans to begin with, where if your deck works, it works.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, you're not upset about it if it's just because your deck's not working. But if you don't get to play,
Yeah. It's like, well, what am I doing with my life? Yeah. And I don't really play a lot of control decks. I play a lot of
right?
BS decks, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you play decks that if they work, they work. There's a possibility they don't work,
yeah.
and it only takes a piece of removal to shut it down. Or
I'm
Katie, I
drawing
know
the
the kind of
wrong
deck you
half.
play. Bobbles.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love my Bogles deck. Love it.
but that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah. Oh, you
you
don't have a
play
boggle? You're gonna lose this game. Yeah.
right. You play decks that can just shut themselves down
Yeah.
with no help from your opponent.
That's
But
true.
then to run into control deck where they're just like, well, you got everything you needed. Just
Late,
none of it's gonna resolve.
yeah. Lately, I've been on Mardu Reanimator, um, which has been fun enough to play. But that's one again when I go against a blue like kind of control-y deck, and they're like counter it, and I'm like, that's okay. I want it in my graveyard anyway. Counter it. That's okay. I want it in my graveyard anyway. So,
So you're like, reanimator, counter it.
but yeah, but I have Unburial Rights, so it's like Unburial Rights, no, okay. Unburial Rights again, no, okay. Unburial Rights again, like it's
Yeah, and I get it, but
yeah,
doesn't make it good.
that's fair. I'm not here to be good. I'm just here to be entertaining.
That's that's true. All right.
All right. Next up, we're gonna try to do some bad rare stuff. Um, I thought I liked doing. I let us know if you guys like this. I liked doing um, the standard thing. It kind of got me out of historic for a little bit, which was nice. Um, yeah, I mean, I had fun. Jason, anything you want to add?
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you play a lot
Like
more standard than I do, so
I do. So like some of these decks, I guarantee you look tier, just because. And some of the decks I've built have been like, oh man, that was really unique. Go build it. Mirror match, mirror match, mirror match, mirror match. It's like, all right, I'm not the only one who thought that was a really unique deck that crushed them. Or I've actually built decks I've beaten too. If it looks like a fun deck, I will figure out what was in it or what I think should be in it and go. And
oh, 100%. If I get crushed by something and I was like, man, that ran good, like I'll do it. Or same, yeah. If I'm like, oh, I love how that interacted, like, let's do that. Like,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, respect to people who have cool decks. I don't have a problem with that.
well, I love off the wall decks.
Yeah,
What the
just
hell?
keep stuff spicy, you know. Oh no, KDS have 7 more wins by tomorrow. Boo.
What the hell is this?
Uh-oh.
The Innistrad double feature draft.
Oh yeah, that's the latest set that's out. Is the double feature. I know what Jason's doing for the rest of the evening.
Oh, probably not.
Oh no?
No, I'm trying to build up my money in gems. Because, unfortunately, I think I'm going to take a magic break after Kamigawa.
Yeah, I can see that. Magic fatigue is real sometimes. There's plenty of times where I'm playing because I'm, representative of the shop and doing stuff here, and I am just like furious at the end of doing my dailies or something, and just like, I hate this game. I don't want to play anymore.
That's fair, but last week, no, 2 weeks ago, when we took that break, I realized I almost hadn't played Magic in 2 weeks because it was feeling more of the, well, you have to go do this. It's been 3 days. I don't want to have to play Magic.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
I mean, and like, I've played a bunch of mobile games that are the same way, where it's like, oh, I have to go in and do this. And it's like, no, I'm done playing this game. When I
Yep.
feel like I have to play this game, it's not a game.
Yeah, now it's a chore. I know I have too many mobile games that are like that. So many.
Well, like, and right now I've got Bloons Tower Defense 6 or whatever iteration they're on now, and it's the, hey, you should at least log in every day. You don't want to play something? Don't play something, but at least log in.
Oh yeah, I have that. Don't Starve Together's like that. When you log in, you get like a clothing item, which doesn't assist you in the game anyway, other than playing dress up with your guys. But it's still nice to bop in and be like, "Ooh, I got new boots," and now I'll leave. All right, Brysonians, like, share, subscribe. Let us know if you want to see more of this content. And thanks for joining us. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.